Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the conclusion to the Triggered Kev Shear weekend with the Triggered Kev Shear 400 and the final race of the 2008 regular season. We know who's going to be the regular season champion. We don't know the full 16 drivers. Join me once again for this one is Stephen Paul III.
Hello, guys.
Amy Shelley will start on the front row. She is one of the 14 drivers who has clinched, but this car has not clinched a spot in the owner's title yet. Although by starting this is almost a lock. Bill Bragg Jr. is just racing for Pride. Will start alongside. Robert Pollard and Henry Sanford will make up row 2. Sanford just looking for what would be a 4th win on the regular season and more bonus points for the chase. Zachary Fitzwater, Marcus Ambrose, row 3. Fitzwater in need of Fitzwater already clinched in as well. Ambrose cannot make the chase. William Flickinger, Jonathan Zorla in row 4, with Matt Dixon and Chris Wilson in row 5. Wilson clinches, ensures that his chase spot is not on points. Or I don't know how to explain it either way. I'll let Steven talk for a few as we go through the rest of Stein Grid.
So this is the Game 7 race, like we mentioned a couple times this weekend, and seeing how Jesse James won yesterday, Mark Ambrose winning would only be fitting. Anyways, if you are Chris Wilson, not Chris Wilson, Jeffrey White, Tristan Woolhoy, Adam Flickinger, Gene, Ryan George, Qualls, Henry Williams, Rowe.
Oh. Start your engines!
Go ahead.
Last row is Sam Young and Kyle Matthews. Who was I on? Row, Pretty Shaw, Matt Dixon, Derek Hamill, Sam Young, Baranowskis, Brock, or Time Pollard, Seth Cole, Kyle Matthews. You need a win to make the chase. There's no other option. You got to do what you got to do. Come up to the front. This will be our best chance to get a sub-driver win. And as the best sub-driver finish was by Kyle at 4th at Pocono in Season 4. And ironically enough, Kyle subbed into a car in this race.
So what I was going to try to say with Wilson is he is plus 180 over Jeffrey White. Once this green flag flies here in a moment, Chris Wilson cannot be caught by Jeffrey White, meaning White would have to win to make the chase. He's one of many of in the field, as basically anyone that's in the top 30 without a win needs to. As the green flag is up for 100 laps here at Richmond.
Yep, 40 laps long in the Cup race last year. Kev almost won this race last year, so that's how this race is going to go.
As already Amy Shelley clear for the race lead off turn 2. Braddock clears for 2nd. Henry Sanford trying to clear for 3rd as they go into turn 3.
Fitzwater finished 4th here last night, trying to get another pass on Henry, who did not run the race last night.
No, yeah, he did not. As it quickly is looking like Robert Pollard does not have the straight line speed needed to be up front, but right now, blessed with that top 5 starting spot from the duels.
Yeah, that 40 laps killed the engine. Henry Sanford can't hold the high side. He was looking to just racing for Pride. No career wins for him yet.
As Fitzwater now opening up that bottom line for people to go underneath Robert Pollard. So now the 75 is going to fall like a rock through this field, I think.
Yeah, Amy Shelley, who's leading, won Martinsville. She won actually this race last year, so trying to go for back-to-back like we saw yesterday before Saka was trying. Oh, God.
Oh, trouble! Marcus Ambrose is around in front field. Flex Chris Wilson.
Oh, no. Oh, nice plow, Charles.
Oh, Ryan George is in it as well.
Nice plow, guys.
And Sam Young took to the grass, but black plume of smoke off the 49. That's going to be it for Ryan George's chase hopes.
Oh, man. That's Kev's best friend, so we triggered Kev's best friend. He succeeded. Oh, God.
Adam Flickinger with an interesting moment. Ethan Kiderman's got damage in the 27.
Oh, that's big. He needed 36 or better.
Yeah, 36 or better would have locked him into the chase. Brian
55.
Hart's got damage to the nose of the 55. And under caution early. Let's go and take a look at what happened.
Hart. That's Derek Hamill.
Oh, sorry, Derek Hamill. Yep. It would have been Brian Hart. They would have started up front had they not done a driver switch. So
yeah, Hamill had a shot at the chase, but now no shot now with that damage.
So with that though, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened. Taking a look at what happened coming off turn number 4, it's going to be contact from the 88 of Jonathan Zorline down into the 26 of James Qualls as well, and nowhere for Chris Wilson to go at all.
The National Guard doesn't support Budweiser. Mark Samuel the second driver left this season out of the
Sanford
top
gets
10.
a piece of it. Pretty Shaw got run into from behind.
Now,
How
what
did
happened to the 49? Now, he came in like a
49?
dart. Sam Young in the ground, yeah, like you
Just
mentioned.
no
And then here.
brakes.
And it's not a surprise. Wow. He must have got the brakes from Steve Paul at the third.
Runs into 66, then the 01.
Oh, God. Keidemann. Wow. What happened to Keidemann then?
You
No
know,
damage
I'm also not
there.
seeing any damage to the 55 either. Well, 55 runs into 47.
Yep. And then Keidemann.
Does Keidemann get run into from behind the... Oh, yeah. Pretty Shaw runs into the back of the 27.
That's going to be a trip to the big red Coca-Cola hauler.
And then you have the leaders kind of just coming through. So, with that said, it looks like there were some pit stops. We'll see if there's any any noteworthy pit stops there, and then we'll go back to the restart. And we're back. Field has been given the 1-to-go signal. As you see, Zach Rogers, Ryan George, the only two retirees. Zach Rogers already has 2 wins. He will be in the chase. It means that he will only get the bonus points for the wins. Amy Shelley is the race leader over Bill Bragg Jr., Zachary Fitzwater, Matt Dixon, Henry Sanford, Samet Ozkan, Mary Shelley, Robert Pollard, William Flickinger, and James Qualls is the top 10. Brian Hart a lap down after repairs to his car. Sorry, Derek Hamill. And we are green. I mean,
wow, terrible restart for the 78.
Great restart for the 17 and for Fitzwater. I mean, also, to be fair, 55s have been Brian Hart all season. Derek Hamill's only in it for the one race.
Yeah, 78 was sleeping on that Denver mattress right there.
As Fitzwater's going to take advantage, gets second, and the caution flag flies again.
Same thing like we saw in the Hooters race. A lot of wrecks early.
Cole Deaver, it looks like Wilson's in another one, and maybe
James.
Jack James in the 38.
He scored his best career finish here last year.
Other than that, it looks clean.
And we'll see if any pit stops. Dixon, I believe, is a former Richmond winner.
Might be. Either way, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened. And we're back trying to take a look at what happened coming off turn number 2. Cole Deaver slides up a little bit and then comes right down into the 05 and just gets turned off the nose of Charles Sanford. Sam Young was in an interesting spot. And then drills the 33.
Well, the return to RCR.
I think Wilson missed it, though.
I think the return for RCR lasted one race for Sam Young. He's not welcome back now.
Jack James, for whatever reason, was high on the track, and no issues actually up here. It's just weird lines being taken. But that will be it for Sam Young's night and his return to RCR. Let's go back to the restart. And we're back, ready to go back racing once again. Cole Deaver is a lap down. Derek Hamill is 2 laps down, and Sam Young now is out of the race. 22 is made of numerous stops to pit lane, and lucky for him, Bill Bragg Jr. has no impact on the chase picture as he leads over Zachary Fitzwater, Amy Shelley. Matt Dixon is the highest running that would affect the chase picture right now in 4th. Samet Ozkan is 5th. Henry Sanford, Mary Shelley, Robert Pollard, James Qualls, Jonathan Zorlin top 10, with Tim Randolph, William Flickinger, Jackie Tang, William Brock, Austin LaPlante with damage to the rear of his car. Marcus Ambrose, the same thing there as well. Will Hoyt, Charles Sanford, Henry Williams, and Alexander Rowe are the top 20 as we are racing once again.
Yeah, we're going to see the same thing like we saw with Zane Abdul yesterday. They're just going to all crash with these lap cars.
Well, I mean, it depends on how quickly they can get them out of the way, basically. Derek Hamill, though, gets sent up the track. Truth be told, remember, none of our wrecks so far have started from a lap car.
That is very true. Oh, no.
Dixon makes it 3 wide, goes to second, though, on splitting the gap with Deaver and Fitzwater, as Fitzwater kind of gets messed up by his own teammate, who's a lap car.
No,
that might not go over well.
Well, Dixon won over Martinsville twice, so he's got some good short track prowess. I think he's won 2 short tracks in the Hooters this year. So Dixon is a great short track driver.
Nearly won yesterday, too. Was contending there before his crash. Samet Ozkan now into 4th. Henry Sanford is up to 5th.
Dun, dun. Robert up the hill.
As we figured out yesterday, neither one of us knows how to exactly do the Jaws music correct.
Tim Randolph was one career win at Indy, 2 starts at his last win coming up here. Still green for the moment somehow.
Robert Pollard now has moved up to the outside line again. Zorline sends it on Henry Sanford there for 5th.
Zorline, 2 career wins, 3 unit, and Pick Stadium this year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't have the notepad up to be able to confirm or deny that.
I will tell you in 1 second. His last win
Meanwhile,
was
Ozkan trying to take 3rd away from his former ride, the 29 car.
Ozkan has not won in the series. He's made 45 starts, I believe. 28 career starts, and best finish is second twice.
He might have made 45 attempts. Maybe that's what you're thinking of then.
Yeah.
Derek Hamill also moved up to the outside line as Bill Bragg Jr. looking for his first win here at Richmond.
It would be his second career win. His last win was 31 races ago at Las Vegas, where Dylan Young choked it hardcore.
Still is yet to win on a short track then, which ironically enough is something he claims to fame. Austin LaPlante has already been lapped.
Patterson, who brought that car, famously won the race here in Season 2 to get himself in the chase. Obviously, Braddock has no chance of getting
Correction,
into the chase.
46 is actually 2 laps down, which leads me to believe that they have been on pit lane underneath the green flag here.
Now, what Austin needs is the race to stay green, because if it stays green and if he's 2 laps down and everybody pits, he'd be back only a lap in the lead.
Well, I mean, his car is also off the pace, you can tell. As Ozkan did get 3rd spot away from Fitzwater, so the 8 car is on the move to the front.
Yep, as LaPlante hopefully doesn't cause a wreck here.
Yeah, that's going to be the hope. Wilson already now 5 laps down. Basically, Chris Wilson's hope is that a driver like Matt Dixon does not win this. A driver who is in the top 30 in points, but without a win this season.
Yeah, and also Intrant messes up the owner's chase a little bit too there, messed that up.
Well, yeah, it would. Slightly. Actually,
Yeah,
it doesn't mess it up any more than it would already have been messed up. It's just, it changes what car numbers mess it up.
Yeah, Matthew Marias ran 3 races in the 70s, so that helped them up in the owners.
Well, yeah. So a 70, what I'm meaning is if the 70 were to win, Matt Dixon would be in both the drivers and then the car would be in the owners. The 70 would knock out the 99 on the owner's side, even though Will Hoyt is not in the driver's chase.
Yeah, Will Hoyt, Matt Duncan, and Will Lewis have been the 3 drivers in that car this year.
As Fitzwater now having to fend off from Zorline, this is the battle for 4th. As Fitzwater catches the 46 of Austin LaPlante, can't quite make a move yet on the 46.
According to the sheet, Qualis has the longest out of the active 1-win drivers. His last one was 51 races ago at Sonoma. So, and the 26 only has 2 or 3 top 5s starting in Season 4. So, definitely trying to come up here and break that streak.
Yeah, it's not been a fun time for that 26 car in this series as Randolph makes the move on Zorline. That is for 5th. Can Qualls follow through then is the question, as Fitzwater still cannot make a move on Austin LaPlante.
Yeah, we see back there Jackie Tang, who's, man, if we got to talk about a heartbreaker, 8th after Atlanta, struggled since, and then Mary Shelley, her last win, which was a grand total of
this race back in 2006.
61 races ago. It's been a long time since that stretch, and now she's running a EM Motorsports car.
Well, like I said, Mary Shelley's last win was right here, basically 2 years ago now for this series. 2006 Richmond, and now up to 8th, looking for 7th away from the 88 of Jonathan Zorline.
Well, let's go to the little farther back. I see somebody entered the top 15, and he is a replacement driver, and he is right there in the 25 car.
Seth Cole up to 14th, has passed William Brock. Brock right now looks like he would be able to pass Baranowskis, but that doesn't mean anything in terms of the chase. I think it was the car number for Kyle. I think that was the problem.
Yeah, the 48 needs to retire.
Kyle had to start out back, all things considered, as Mary Shelley takes the 7th spot away now from Zorline. Something about the Shelleys in Richmond.
I know. But for the Seth Cole, it's been 80 races since his last win, Season 3 of Michigan, in the 25 car, ironically enough.
78 is actually back in 12th after starting on pole. That's a shock.
That is a shock, too. 78 just has not been strong since their 2 wins.
As Matt Dixon is closing the gap on Bill Bragg Jr.
Yeah, Matt Dixon, he ran the inaugural season, took over the 32 PPI car in Season 2, did not run Season 3, took over the Wolfville Ganassi car, had an amazing part-time season last year in the 84, came back, injured at Coca-Cola, missed 3 races, now back trying to make the chase now.
And right now, these two actually running very similar lap times. The next lap car that they would catch is the 33 of Cole Deaver, who's right now in 36th. Ambrose is back in 35th.
Bill Bragg Jr. ran the Bill Davis 22 car last year, and now he's in the 17.
46 is now up to speed, actually running competitive lap times.
Yeah, if we stay green, that 46 is going to have a shot, because if he could unlap himself here, he would be 1 lap down and he'd take the lead.
Or at least we would think.
22's
Chris
out.
Wilson has taken his car behind the wall.
That is not what Chris Wilson wanted to do.
I mean, well, he was already out of contention for the win, but I'm not quite sure what would have happened to cause his car to go behind the wall. If we get a chance, we'll take a look, or you'll see it on side-by-side.
Yeah. So Smedo's caught up here. Good run by them. They're not in any contention. Oscar has actually made the top 42 in owners, which is the big shot in the arm for them.
So Ozcon himself is actually 49th in drivers because there have been multiple drivers to actually race the 8 car so far this season. Mainly due to when certain DEI cars were contending for the chase.
Yeah, Pretty Shaw ran 2 races in the 8 car.
As Matt Dixon is now up to the back bumper of the 17, at least a little bit closer than we've seen him so far.
Yeah, I think Dixon might have brought his Red Bull car from last year, bought it from them, and run it in this race.
William Duncan has made an appearance in the top 10 now, 10th spot.
Well, we know Duncan's not going to win this race. It's not Thornton.
Seth Cole is up to 14th now, or still in 14th, I should say. It's kind of a lot of things kind of holding station now at this point in the race.
Well, that's good. You know, we saw a lot of wrecks early, so Ty Pollard has passed Robert Pollard. So Charles down to 29th, still got some of that rust on them.
And then a few of the cars that have been damaged and off the pace so far already.
Here we go.
Down in 30s as Dixon trying to look for a way around the 17, just looking for a way to make a move. Can't quite do it yet.
Dixon is at, where is Dixon? He has 3 wins, so he's at 29 races since his last win. That's mainly due to his part-time last year.
As this is also a decent battle on track. Tim Randolph, Fitzwater leading a train that includes Randolph, Qualls, and Mary Shelley back in this area of the field.
Yeah, Fitzwater, 3 career wins. Did win at a short track at Martinsville, another Martinsville winner in the series, so he can get it done on the short tracks.
And right now, just anyone looking for a way around someone, basically.
So at 70,
I think the tires are wearing is what the issue here is.
We gotta look up front right there. I think the 70's just about to pass 17 up there. No.
Well, took a peek to the outside, though. Cole Deaver might have something to say about this battle for the top spot, though.
Yeah, who can manage the best of the tires wearing right here? That's going to be the key to it. Here we go.
Dixon peeking. Not quite able to get there yet.
The Junior Johnson Moonshine car.
Fitzwater now is 3 seconds back. I'm surprised no one's decided to try and use the bumper yet back there.
Oh, man, you don't want to cut down somebody's tire and have a fight post-race.
As Braddock takes a peek, but gets cut off by the 33.
Nice job, Deaver. This is why you're so low in the points.
Here comes Dixon.
Oh!
And Dixon's going to use the lap car as a pick, but now Braddock's up on the outside. Deaver cuts low again.
Wow.
Side by side for the lead as they go down the back. Dixon gets to the inside, now gets the lead away, and here comes Ozcon for second.
Austin, a plant from the dead.
Austin not in this battle, though. That's not even a battle for position for him there with the 33.
Yeah,
Actually, no, it is. Yeah, the 33 is now 2 laps down.
So Dixon hasn't had a top 10 since Indy, and his best finish this season was 4th at
And
Road America.
That makes that block now even that much more peculiar because Deaver's not even on the lead lap when he made that block.
Yeah, so Dixon's, like I said, best finish is 4th at Road America, way back in race 4.
Best finish this season, you mean?
Correct, yes.
As
Here comes the
LaPlante
plant.
making the move on the 8. The difference here, at least we know the 46 looks to be quicker than the leaders.
I mean, I guess you just gotta get plowed in the rear end to go fast like Jeff Gordon at Charlotte at 05.
Maybe there is something to it. Who knows? The
spoiler-
aerodynamics. The rear
spoil-
wing is now more aero efficient.
Well, the spoiler's damn near in the back last.
Yeah, the rear wing, you mean? Yeah.
Well, you gotta look at the lap times. Remember, LaPlante's tires are fresher than these guys. He's running a 209. Dixon just did a 329.
It was a 29 to a 21 that time.
Somebody fell out of the top 10 because Amy Shelley's back up in there.
That would be the 50 of Jackie Tang who's fallen out of the top 10. Meanwhile, Zorline now on the outside there of William Duncan. He's going to lose the 8th spot there. Here comes Amy Shelley in the 78 once again.
Yeah, Duncan has 3 straight top 15 finishes, so they have a little momentum on their side.
As Amy Shelley now also grabs 9th away from the 88. That's going to open the door for the 50 of Jackie Tang to get up to the race lead. And here comes Fitzwater's getting blocked by his own teammate.
Well, Cole Deaver's fired.
Randolph nearly got the move done on Fitzwater for 4th.
Yep. Smells closing the gap on Dixon, too.
Yeah, that's because Austin LaPlante's gotten the race lead away, or not the race lead, sorry, he's gotten his lap back.
Yeah, now all he's hoping for is a caution.
I mean, he's only 1 lap down, or he still is 1 lap down, I should say.
Fresh tires mean everything, so anybody gonna try to short pit and hope for a miracle?
I mean, we've made it to halfway.
Yeah, a lot better than the Hooters race yesterday.
As Ozcon now trying to take a peek, maybe look for a way around the 70. Does Dixon open a door? No, not yet.
Yeah, Matt Dixon, the Las Vegas native cement from Germany, so definitely interesting here, trying to get the battle here.
We'll follow that. Meanwhile, still back here in this battle, Duncan and Amy Shelley have both passed the 26. Now Duncan looking to make a move on Mary Shelley there for the 6th position.
Yep, 2 RCR cars left competitive were in the top 10.
Here comes the 31 taking a peek. That's going to open the door now for for Amy Shelley. I can't talk apparently tonight.
Well, this is looking like real life Richmond in 2019 right here.
Wow. Hey.
Well, you know what? It's better than them all crashing. I'll give you that one. That's here comes 78.
I mean, they're still making moves at least as well.
Yeah,
as Amy Shelley now underneath Mary Shelley in a battle for 7th position. As Tim Randolph still cannot make a move on the 29 to save his life.
Well, I think it would be pretty cool if he had green flag pit stops anyways.
Speaking of which, William Duncan is going to be the first one to pit.
And that's some great strategy.
Jackie Tang, Max Anderson is in.
Well, they're gonna wreck up there.
38 is in on pit lane as well.
Are we still green? Yeah, we are. They're 3 wide up there. That's why.
As coming this time around, the top 2 are in.
Now, if there's a caution, this is going to screw everything.
Tim Randolph stays out.
Now, how long will the plant stay out and stretch it?
Well, so Tim Randolph now gets to lead a lap for the first time tonight. James Qualls also stayed out an extra lap. Looks like Alexander Rowe as well.
Oh.
That was some neat choreography there between the 10 and the 26. 60. Looks like the rest of the field's pitting this time around.
Oh, trouble! 24 plowed into Seth.
That was on pit lane. No caution.
Correct. That was on pit lane. That was a big hit, too.
As Bill Bragg Jr. currently scored in 20th, we would expect him to be the race. Well, no. We'd expect Matt Dixon, but either way. Well, and speaking of, there is Dixon.
I'm surprised. What a great choreographing here.
Here comes Ambrose trying to get a lap back from the 70.
That was amazing pitch strategy right there. That was crazy. That one so clean.
I'm actually surprised. I don't think I can recall whether or not I've seen them doing pit strategy and know whether or not it's actually been clean. Isaac Flickinger loses a lap through all of this. Braddock now still trying to deal with Keiderman. Keiderman is not that far off of being able to clinch a chase spot. Granted, to be fair, William Brock has not led a lap yet tonight, which would be a key factor of this.
Where's that Osgon? He dropped like a rock.
Matt Dixon is the race leader now after the pit cycle is complete. Second place is Braddock. Third is William Duncan, so a great pitch strategy for the 31 team. Fourth is Austin LaPlante. What?
I told you, that was a great strategy by Austin.
Fifth for Henry Sanford. Sixth is Fitzwater. Jackie Tang is 7th. Randolph is 8th. Amy Shelley 9th. Qualls is 10th. Then it's Mary Shelley in 11th. Seth Cole is 12th. Zorline is now 13th as he takes a spot away from Alexander Rowe. Anderson is 15th. Jack James is 16th. Kenny Moma is now in 17th. Battle for 18th between Matthews and Will Hoyt. Time Pollard is now in 20th. 21st to William Brock. 22nd, William Flickinger. Adam Flickinger's 23rd. Jeffrey White, 24th. 25th to Ozcon. Ouch.
Wow.
Algie Baranowskis, who is trying to hopefully get a win by subbing into the 96, is 26th. JT Bryant, 27th. Robert Pollard, 28th. Mark George, 29th. Henry Williams is now in 30th. Ambrose is battling for 31st with Pretty Shaw. 33rd to Keiderman. And now Bill Bragg Jr. is in the race lead after Matt Dixon had trouble with the lap cars.
Yeah, and Duncan trying to get another win.
William Duncan choosing the outside line for some reason. That didn't work out well for him.
Duncan has won it one short track, but that was way back in season 2 at Martinsville. A lot of Martinsville winners in this field.
Martinsville is one of the more longer running tracks, and at least has most visited tracks of the series.
Yeah, LaPlante's still in 5th, so that strategy was great right there.
He's back to 7th now.
55 is just...
You know what? He had the fresh tires. Now he's feeling the ill effect of it on the other end of that.
Yeah, he's just hoping for a caution in a miracle.
Yeah, now he wants that caution.
Yeah, for real. Charles fell a lap down with the 05. The first time the 05 will not get a top 5 this season.
As right now it looks like William Duncan has the quickest car on track. Amy Shelley has just set the quickest lap of the race, though. As soon as I say that, the 78 is flying. Will Hoyt also setting the now quickest lap of the race. So the lap times are getting quicker here at Richmond.
Seth Cole up into the top 10. What a drive.
Well, going to lose a spot maybe now to Amy Shelley, as Mary Shelley trying to find a way around the 60 of Tim Randolph. Fitzwater now kind of has had those floodgates opened on him.
Amazing job with these drivers. Last year we had a whole bunch of wrecks.
Mary Shelley taking a peek on the 60. Come on, make sure to keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
Now something to remember is with everybody, who was the first people to pit and who was the last. Whoever was the last is going to have the best tires at the end of the race.
As possible battle for the race lead, as here comes William Duncan in the 31. Looking to improve his regular season standing spot for the extra bonus points. He came into this race 9th in points. Also, an extra win would be another 15 bonus points for each round of the chase to start off on.
Yeah, Duncan has 5 career wins, trying to make it 6 here. He's won season 1, season 2, and then this season.
Season
3 too. He won the first 3 seasons and then this year.
Yeah, it was a 2-season worth losing streak there for Duncan. Had 1 season in the woeful 48 car.
that
As
was pretty
Deaver
good.
now getting ready to be lapped again. This would be to go a third lap down in this race.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Qualls is actually 2 laps down in 36. I said his name and I shouldn't have, apparently. We have
he was
29 lead lap cars, the last of which is Henry Williams.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Wallace. He's up in the top 10 at one point.
As Duncan trying to take a peek, doesn't look like he's going to be able to make the move yet. Unless Qualls had to pit. Oh, Qualls had a brake issue. So that is why he's 2 laps down. He actually had to pit again as the brakes failed on the 26s. Here comes Duncan.
Duncan wants it, and here he goes, trying to peek down there.
Taking a peek. Wilson wouldn't mind seeing a William Duncan win. It would ensure his chase berth.
Yeah, Bragg just racing for pride right now.
As
Whoa.
Duncan dives it in and gonna make it work. Austin the Plant has made his pit stop now, so the strategy didn't quite work out for him there, unless the leaders have to pit again.
They might. Remember, we only made 40 laps, and they pitted around lap
No, they're
50 or something.
50. They're 50 something.
Well, we had the caution laps too. That's why.
Yeah, but I don't think that was going to come into play. As William Duncan now leads, looking for best battle on track now, and that is well. Mary Shelley has actually gotten around the 60 for 5th, so now Mary Shelley's been freed.
What a job by Seth. If Seth Cole got a caution, he might have a shot at this.
As Amy Shelley now doing what she needs to do, basically to ensure that this 78 makes the owner's chase.
Yeah, the 38 of Jack James, he scored his best career finish of 5th here. He's out back there in the top 15. Here we go.
Shelley now going to make the move on Jackie Tang for 8th.
Yeah, Jackie's only made 12 races this year, and his best finish was 3rd at Ontario.
Just checking there as Seth Cole's going to follow through as well. Seth not going to quite get the finish it looks like he was going to need, as he needs to make up 7 seconds and get a win. Here comes Zorline.
Hey,
Zorline was 7th in points coming in.
We saw Allie Nelson and some of these guys put on the last laps at Darlington, so anything's possible.
True. Zorline going to make the move. Here comes Jack James.
In the sponsor Yates car. They couldn't switch the sponsor over in time.
Just too rushed to get the decals moved, yeah.
Yeah.
As Alexander Rowe now loses a spot, that will put him back to 13th.
Seth Cole trying to make a pass up there. Here comes Kenny Moma.
Kenny Moma, solid run for the 10 again. Too bad they just couldn't get these runs to start the year. 39th in points for the 10, a solid effort after they were 50-something in points very early on in the season.
I think Seth was one of the last guys to pit, so I mean that's going to help him out because he just passed the 78. I think he might be one of the fastest cars on track.
We'll have to check times. Fitzwater getting blocked in again. And Seth's going to use the 33 as a pick here to pass Fitzwater.
Yep, the 9's not that badly off the pace right there, I don't think.
At least not compared to the 33. The 9 is off the pace.
You know what's funny? Seth has no top 5s this year.
Well, that was a pass for the 7th position, so still not inside the top 5 yet. He'll he'll lap the 9. Now needs to get some room on the 78. Obviously, the lap time kind of flawed a little bit there, as Fitzwater still cannot get out from behind the 33. His own teammate is blocking him.
How about the 38? I don't even think the Sky Commons has had many good runs this year. That's an amazing job for that car.
Jack James had to start 36 because they went to the rear of the field due to the driver change. And with just a few cautions to help him, Jack James is now up into the 11th spot in this 38 car.
Yeah, Jack's best finish, Sky in the 38, is 3rd at Las Vegas, so hasn't been a great season for the 38 the last 2 years, to say the least.
And now James taking a peek on the 50, although under threat from the 99 as well.
Now I'm going to have to watch out for that 25, because I think he's got the freshest tires, and whoever's making passes now definitely pitted late.
Well, but now the 78 making a move on the 25, so maybe just got lap traffic help.
Yeah, Zorline back there.
Either way, these two are also still losing time to the race leader, William Duncan. They are 8 seconds back of the race lead. with under 20 laps to go.
That's a great drive by that. Henry Sanford fourth, taking some good momentum to the chase with that run.
Now, you want to know the fastest car on track? Right now, it's the 08 of Mary Shelley.
Oh, man. Dun-dun.
In terms of lap time, William Duncan in 22.2. Braddock actually was a 22.0. Dixon 22.1. 22.1 for Sanford and a 22.0 for Shelley.
Yep, very close right there. 31's getting a little hung up by the 18, but they're on
Well,
equal
actually,
pace,
now
so.
Duncan getting a draft off the 18 a little bit, got him up into the zeros as well. And
Car's got
Henry
the 7.
Sanford getting hung up by the 05, who's also trying to battle the 27. That is a battle for the 29th position.
A lot of cars still left in the race.
True. Unfortunately, only 28 of them on the lead lap. Who else did we lose off the lead? Oh,
Right.
yeah, we lost the plant. That's right, because of fresh tires.
And 31.
Cannot make a move on the 18 just yet.
And
That's allowing. Try. You want anything you said? You'll want to try again. We had a massive lag spike when you said it.
Oh, yeah, I can tell. Here we go. Right down here trying to lap the 18 car.
Duncan going to be able to make the move that time. Shelley trying now to get around the 05. The 7 has.
I see somebody pitting. I just see somebody doing it.
Oh, you're saying you're calling it, not that you actually see it.
I call it. Well, the 46 is passing half the field right now.
Well, the problem is the 46 is also 2 laps down in 35th spot.
Well, you know what the thing is, if Austin passes everybody pissed, that means he get a top 5 finish.
He could. The problem is how much time he lost in being on old tires. So,
That's true.
as he does make the move on Anderson, this is right now where the best battle is on track, though, as Zorline trying to catch back up to the 25 and the 78. 78 is now gapped the 25 of Seth Cole.
Yeah, Dixon falling out behind there. Somebody's going to have to do something to win this race.
Well, it's William Duncan's race to lose right now. There are less than 10 laps to go here at Richmond. Now Braddock catches the 18.
Yeah, Mark George, who won at South Boston, is about to get lapped here.
That is the defending champion of the series, about ready to go a lap down here at Richmond.
Yeah, Robert Pollard up there, he actually won here in Season 1 and still finished last points.
Yeah, part of 3 wins and still finishing last. Qualls on fresher tires due to the brake issue he had, now unlapping himself compared to Baranowskis. Battle for 4th has re-engaged now. Here comes Mary Shelley.
Yeah, Mary Shelley comes down the inside of the 7.
Taking a weird line there, truthfully. Made me think that the 7 might have been pitting, but nope.
Oh, man, I don't know, man. Those tires are so gone. I don't know how they're going to make it.
6.5 laps to go for William Duncan. He'll make the move, or he's peaking at least on Mark George into turn 3. George shuts the door, as well as his right. He is trying to fight to stay on the lead lap, so I get that one.
William actually lost the green light checker here last year, so trying to get a little redemption himself.
Oh, is that right?
I believe so. He lost to Kevin, somebody else, and Amy Shelley last year.
Oh, yeah, it would have been Amy Shelley in this series.
Is he pitting? No.
No. I don't see anyone pitting as Mary Shelley has made the move for 4th. Here comes Randolph. I think, was Henry one of the first ones to pit? I don't remember.
I think it was this in the middle.
I remember Duncan was. I remember us touting Duncan's undercut. He was the first one I saw in pit lane. Him in the 38 car. As there are now just 4 laps to go for the 31. It's a 1 second advantage over the 17 of Bill Bragg Jr. 2.6 seconds back to the 70 and 5.6 back to the 08.
Really good job by these drivers too, keeping it nice and green after the first few incidents here as we come down to 3 to go.
I don't know if anyone's going to have anything for the 31. He's been on rails basically since about lap 40, really. Used pit strategy to get up to the front. And now getting ready to try and catch the 55, who was multiple laps down in 38th. Last car running right now.
White flag. Nope.
Nope, 2 to go.
And
I don't see anything really changing up front. I really just don't even see any battles inside the top 10 based on timing and scoring. As coming this time by, white flag for William Duncan. No green-white checkered this time.
Yep, and an 80 lap long green flag run. That's pretty impressive.
I'm kind of shocked by that, too.
Yeah, and here we go. William Duncan. He won in the first 3 seasons. He snapped 73 races at Thornton. It's been 9 races. His last been in Thornton this year. And coming to the chase momentum.
Off turn 4, William Duncan wins the Trigger Shearer 400, his second win of 2008.
And with that, Chris Wilson and Keideman will clinch to the chase grid. We know all the contenders.
Yeah, actually we do, because 27 will cross the line in 29th, which is good enough for what Keideman needed. Truth be told, it didn't really matter on 36th anyway, because William Brock was just nowhere in this one.
Well, that's the 70s best run of the season right there. No career best finishes, no.
Top 10 today: William Duncan, Bill Brack Jr., Matt Dixon, Mary Shelley, Tim Randolph, Henry Sanford, Amy Shelley, Tristan Wilhoit, Seth Cole, and Jonathan Zorline. Best rookie this race, Kenny Moma down in 13th. Not often we get no rookies in the top 10.
Yeah.
Steven, your final thoughts on this one?
Well, I mean, it wasn't the most exciting Richmond like we saw last year with the green-white checker, but that was definitely a good race. You know, you'd rather see a good, clean race than somebody getting it on Rex, the Hooter Series. Bill Bragg Jr. in second. That is one of their best runs since Las Vegas for him, and that is definitely what the 17 needed. Let me just check this real quick. I don't even think he has a top 10 this year. No, Bragg finished 4th at Darlington, so that's their second top 5 of the year, actually. 3rd top 10 if I did my math right.
Yes.
Mary Shelley is 4th. That is actually one of Mary's best runs this year, besides a few seconds. Tim Randolph, Henry Sanford, who I thought was going to win this race, and I was wrong. He did not. Amy Shelley finished 7th, so good win next year at Richmond. Tristan Wilhoit was 8th. Good run for them.
You were saying good win for her this year, though, especially when she started on pole. So,
well, there's more to that story. Tristan Wilhoit is 8th. There might be some story with that. It looks like the 99 made the owner's chase. Seth Cole with the drive of the day for sure, coming from the back to the front. Zorline, Fitzwater, Jack James. We look at the bottom down here. Oscon down to 25th. That was a tough break for them. Ryan George, Ensis, Dash for the Chase Hopes. Zach Rogers will be going into there. Derek Hamill really had a very forgettable race. Austin Plant, he still only has 2 top 25 this year. It's been our F's for Austin. Marcus Ambrose still has yet to get a top 10 this year along with the plan. So going into the chase, we are not going to Pocono. We're not going to Zen Joltis. We are going to be going to Picks Creek for the that weekend right there. And I think it's like a 510-mile race. So God bless us.
Yeah. Oh no. That one's that one's 406.
406. Cleveland and Kansas awaits us for the next 3 races. Cole Deaver actually won last year at Picks Creek, and I believe I don't remember when season 4, but it's going to be an exciting chase for these guys. We know who's in it. Mary Shelley has no wins, so you know what that means. She's going to win the championship with no wins. That's usually how that works. So
it would be funny if in this format of all things she manages to do that.
Well, we all know that Max Anderson's going to win at Cleveland and Mustick, so you can guarantee him into the Final 4.
With that said, congrats to William Duncan on picking up his second win of 2008. Definitely a career resurgence for William Duncan. If he hadn't had a season like this, I almost would have thought that maybe his best move would have been to go back down to like Trucks or Hooters, really.
6th career win.
Yeah, his 6th career win, which is tied for 4th all time.
1 second. So
tied
1,
for 5th,
2,
something
3,
like that.
4, 5. Tied for 5th all time. 6th, sorry.
So tied for 6th all time in the Cup Series and wins. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. Leave a comment down below if you weren't watching the premiere chat with us to let me know that you were watching. All that good stuff. For Stephen Paul III, I'm Gordon Fan 291. And this has been a production of the NRSL. The chase fields are set and we're off to the playoffs for the NRSL Coke Vanilla Cup Series. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys. Somebody get the 49 to breaks.